What's happening guys, Chris here, and in this Battlefield Hardline weapon guide, I'll be giving you all that juicy info on a weapon that you'll be able to get your hands on in the Robbery expansion, and it's called the MDC. It's a fairly pricey gun costing $42,000. It's available exclusively to the operator class, and it's also a police only weapon. Now I'm going to do things a little bit differently from my past weapon guides and go over the pros and cons of the weapon, highlighting information that's probably going to be a bit more interesting and useful. Don't worry though, I'll still cover some of the weapon graphs like I did in the past. Speaking of weapon graphs, I'm going to pop one up on the screen right now to show you guys the MDC's first positive point, which is its damage over distance. Looking at the graph, we can see that the MDC's damage is actually pretty high, with it dealing 36 up to 30 meters, which then declines to its minimum damage of 24 at 50 meters. So this is actually the same damage model as the AKM, and we all know how damaging that gun can be. This high amount of power means that the MDC can take out another dude in a minimum of 3 bullets at closer ranges and a maximum of 5 bullets at long range. So when it comes to power, the MDC's got you covered. And it's not going to take a crazy amount of bullets to ruin someone's day. Another good thing about the MDC is its fire rate. Firing at 750 RPM, the MDC might not be the speediest of the bunch, but it's quick enough to get those hard hitting bullets down range faster than other strong weapons. Most of the other, more damaging guns tend to fire slower to compensate for their overall power, but the MDC likes to be a bit different to the others, giving you both speed and power. This means that you'll be able to spit out more of those bullets at a more comfortable rate. Now of course the gun's not exactly a holy gift sent from the gods. No gun is perfect, and this nicely leads me over to the negatives. I think the real elephant in the room here is the MDC's mad recoil pattern. Great power comes with great responsibility, and in the MDC's case, a great load of bounce. The gun's recoil kicks, and it kicks bloody hard. You thought the AKM was a bastard to control, wait till you pull the trigger on this one. With an upwards recoil pattern of 0.75, a rightwards pattern of 0.43, and a leftwards pattern of 0.38, this gives the MDC pretty much the highest recoil pattern of all the assault rifles. Not to mention that the first shot multiplier isn't all that nice either, as it's got a value of 2.8, the same as the RO933. Another negative point to the MDC goes towards its reload time, clocking in at 3.6 seconds with an empty magazine and 2.8 seconds with bullets left over in your last clip. It's not exactly a swift manoeuvre, though it's definitely not the worst. That said, it'd be a lot nicer to be able to shave off a second or two in a heated battle against multiple opponents, especially for your quick reload, as you might get caught out if you reload at the wrong time. When it comes to picking the attachments for the MDC, the muzzle brake would make a good choice to lower the recoil from all directions. Seems as the gun suffers from high recoil in all directions, specifically its left and right recoil. Though it might not drop that upwards bouncing as much as the compensator would, it'll lower the horizontal recoil by half, whereas the compensator would add more recoil to this sidewards movement, thus making it harder to pinpoint where your bullets are going to land. Vertical recoil can usually be handled easier than horizontal recoil at longer distances, as it's much more predictable, and all you have to do is tap and burst fire your gun to counter it. But horizontal recoil is a lot more random, and so the muzzle brake should help you out here, especially at being more accurate at longer ranges. Though the heavy barrel and vertical grip combo is another good option you could try. This will lower the recoil by 20% in all directions, and it'll also give you a lower aim down sight's base spread. Pretty much anything to lower that recoil is going to help you out. Even the stubby grip might help you out too, if you tend to have a habit of firing in longer bursts, as this will drop the spread increase by 50%. With the MDC firing a little bit faster than some of the other guns, this might encourage you to be a bit more gung-ho with it. And so in this case, the stubby grip could be a good match, especially when used in closer proximities. So overall, the MDC is a hard-hitting assault rifle that has both high damage and speed. But because of this, it can be a bit of a pain to control in the recoil department. It's not exactly got a fast reload, but just so long as you make sure you're not reloading in the middle of a group of enemies, you should be able to take them on, most of the time. If you can master the insane kick of the MDC, then you should be able to net yourself a few easy kills at shorter to medium ranges. Anyway, that's about it for this video guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Slap that like button if you did, and make sure you check out my channel. Subscribe to see loads more on Battlefield and plenty of other games too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.